Hello, hello, hello. I just want to remind you that we have Caramoo each and every Friday night right here in Montgomery, Alabama. If you want to find out where, if you want to find out what time, all you need to do is call this number, and that is 334-399-7737. That's 334-399-77. John Henry Drums, home of the Majestic Mind Matters University. You are listening to John Henry Drums,
home of Majestic Mind Matters University.
So I've been given the subject to deal with the merry madness of Christmas and the true meaning of Kwanzaa. I'm dreaming of a cracker Christmas. So let's take a look at this and analyze it, for we are taught by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan that history is best qualified to reward our research. That if we know what happened yesterday, we can intelligently discuss today, because today is built on yesterday and tomorrow is built on today. And so we need to understand how all of this got started. All over Brooklyn, all over Manhattan, all over New York, and all across the United States of America, we find black people celebrating Christmas. Lord have mercy. Lord child, Lord Jesus, it's Christmas. I mean, everywhere you look, and a fat, nasty white man with a red and white suit on every corner. Some blocks have 10 of them in the block. Hollering, oh, oh, oh. And before it's over, you every cracker in town. The cash registers are just ringing. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, all the way to the bank. Lights all over the house. Lights all over the bushes. Lights all outside your house around the trees. Lights around the damn garage. Lights around the shower, around the commode, the refrigerator. Lights all over the whole damn place. And you don't even know what the lights are for. And the cracker have Christmas trees stacked up, dead trees, stacked up higher than probably 10 feet high. We were coming down Fulton or Flatbush, and we looked over in one section, and here the cracker had a whole half a block, it looked like, with trees stacked up, looked like they were 10 feet high, with lights blinking, winking at you as you pass by. And you go and pay this cracker for a dead tree. He saw you coming. He sells you a dead tree, and like a fool, you drag a dead tree back to your house and set a dead tree up in your house. What is the dead tree for? What are the lights for? What is the mistletoe for? What is the wreath on your door for? What are the balls hanging on the tree all about? What is the big star on top of the tree all about? What is this fat, nasty white man named Santa Claus all about? And what does a peckerwood named Santa have to do with Jesus, the Messiah? In fact, Santa gets more play than Jesus. They don't try to look like Jesus on every corner. They look like a cracker named Santa Claus. And the old no-good, hook-nosed, bagel-eating, lox-eating Johnny-come-lately just crawled out of the caves and hills of Europe yesterday, perpetrating a fraud wannabe Jew. Because he's not the true Hebrew. We are the true Hebrews. I'm saying, straight up, we're the true Hebrew. So what we need to understand is that those who own the shopping centers, those who own the shopping malls, those who own the shopping plazas, those who own the big department stores, and who are in key positions in these department stores and these commercial enterprises, in Bloomingdale's, in Macy's, in Maison Blanche, in May Company, in Robinson, in Lord & Taylor, whatever city we are in, the crackers who are entrenched in this commercial system, many of them are the so-called Jews. They don't believe in Jesus, but they sell you Jesus every year. It is said that they make over 47% of their profit from the year just during this time of the year. And who do you think they make much of it off of? Us. We go in and buy everything on the shelves. We go in these stores, and sometimes when it's Christmas Day, by the time Christmas Day comes, ain't nothing left on the store shelves. And we be running up and down the aisles mad because they ain't got nothing else left on the shelves. Looking for something else to buy. Looking for another peck of wood to spend our money with. Over 47% of their sales just during this time of the year, and they don't even believe in Jesus at all. Look at it for what it's worth. First shocker. Jesus was not born on the 25th of December. In his book, African People and European Holidays, A Mental Genocide, Reverend Ishaka Musa Barashango quotes from black historical facts on the life of Jesus. Listen carefully. December 25th was the birthday, December 25th as the birth date of Jesus Christ was not adopted until 325 CE, Christian era, AD, at the Nicene Council, in an effort to harmonize and systematize the complex and diverse Christian dogma which existed at that time. A council of 318 bishops, white bishops, met in the city of Nicaea, in the kingdom of what is today Turkey, at the mandate of the Roman Emperor Constantine, and that's Bithynia. The date accepted by the majority of the European bishops assembled was not finalized until the year 354 Christian era, or 354 AD. 354 years after Jesus was gone, these crackers at the Nicene Conference in what is Turkey today determined that they would observe his birthday, but they wanted his birthday to be in connection with certain pagan backward white holidays and pagan backward white festivals. You must know something about the winter solstice. You must know something about the Roman Saturnalia. You must know something about Nimrod. You must know something about all of this in order to understand what Christmas is all about. You must know something about the star Sirius in order to know something about Christmas. The book of Jeremiah, what book? Jeremiah, the 10th chapter. What chapter? Let me make sure it's the 10th chapter. Jeremiah, the 10th chapter, beginning with the first verse. You ready? It says, "Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen." Learn not the way of who? "And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest." Cuts what? A tree out of the forest. The work of the hands of the workman with the axe. And they deck it with gold, with silver and with gold. And they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. The Bible in the book of Jeremiah says that the Christmas tree is a vain and an empty practice. It's the custom of a heathen. How many heathens in the house? Don't raise your hand. How How many don't have a Christmas tree at home? Let me see. How many don't have a Christmas tree at home? How many say, but, oh, it's fun? I mean, what will we tell the children? We're trying to tell the big children something now. What sense does it make, brothers and sisters, for you to work your fingers to the bone, working double time, triple time, and overtime, constantly struggling, striving, and straining to bring a smile to your baby's face and to bring joy to your baby's hearts and souls. And then you go and give the credit to an imaginary white man, taking the credit from yourself, taking the honor from yourself, taking the glory and the praise and the respect from yourself, and giving the credit to a white man who doesn't even exist. And your babies grow up loving subconsciously white folks, believing that a fat white man with a red and white suit on is responsible for bringing them joy, when it was really you who brought them joy. Why not tell your babies, Mommy got this for you, Daddy got this for you, this is your zawadi or your present or your gift that came from Mommy's hard work, from Daddy's hard work. Anything wrong with that? Then your baby grows up bonded with you. Your baby grows up honoring you and respecting you as the power and the force in her life or in his life that does that which brings them happiness and brings them joy. But you'd rather give the joy away and channel it through a white man who's an imaginary, illusionary white man. Skinny Santa Claus. Santa Claus is a representative of Satan. More correct, Satan Claus. Satanic is the devil. Nothing to do with God whatsoever. Study ancient European mythology of Thor in the sky, flying in the sky with the animals that were pulling him through the sky, propelling him through the sky. And you tell your babies about a cracker that can travel 196,940,000 square miles and can do it during the nighttime and go to everybody's house that's good. And then you wonder why your babies grow up to be liars. Your babies grow up to be liars because you start them out on lies at an early age. You tell them about a cracker that flies around with 8 reindeer, flying from house to house, crackers doing something for niggas. That's the way they talk. And it don't happen like that. Huh? You teach them about rabbits that lay chicken eggs at Easter time. And you wonder why your babies grow up to be liars when you started them out with lies. And you feed them the lie and you reinforce the lie. Every year you reinforce the lie. Even all during the year you tell them that a white man is going to come if you be good. Santa Claus is going to bring you something good. What a fool you are. What's the matter with you? What is wrong with us that we will follow these people to this degree? The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan ask us the question, whose Christmas are you celebrating? Whose Christmas are you celebrating? Why does the tree have balls on the tree? What do the balls stand for? The balls represent the sun. Are you a sun worshiper? The wreath on the door represents the sun. Are you a sun worshiper? Do you have to get a mistletoe just to get some sugar? Is that the only way you can get some sugar is stand under some mistletoe? That's for white folks. Scared. Honey, are we we having sex today? It's Wednesday. That's foolishness. We don't have to do that kind of foolishness to keep up with these people. The star. Our brothers and sisters have studied this star. Our ancestors have studied this star for a long, long time. In Kemet or in Egypt, we have studied this star. We have followed the star Sirius. And even when we go among our people, the Dogons, we will find that the Dogons have been able, you could go way back up in the jungle among our brothers and sisters, our ancestors. When you study our history and our history, way back up in the woods, they had never been to any school of astronomy under the white man. And they could walk out barefoot, look up in the sky and point to a star in the sky and tell you that that star passes once every 25,000 years. Tell you at another point that star passes once every 50,000 years. How did they know these things? It was coming up out of their genetic memory bank of the mastermind, of the God in person, of the black man and black woman. Make no mistake about it, brothers and sisters, you are from the family of God Almighty. There is no mystery God. There is no spook God. Send a shout out to the gods and earths in the house. Peace, God. White people believed during the wintertime that the sun was dead. Can you imagine being that dumb? They thought it got cold because the sun was dead. So they would light torches. They would build fires and put torches and fires everywhere. I'm almost finished because I promised that because of the audience and because of an earlier discussion of us following up with a part 2, that we would not hold you long tonight. But they would light torches, build fires, and put the fires and torches everywhere, thinking that all of these lights, all of these fires would give warmth, energy, power, and fire to the what? To the sun. Here the sun burns at 14,072 degrees Fahrenheit, 853,000 miles in diameter. And these fools thought that they could give energy to the sun by building some fires and setting some lights and torches up on the earth. Your lights around your house, your lights on your Christmas tree. The lights represent what? The white man's effort, his backward pagan effort at trying to give life and energy to the sun because he believed that the sun was dead in the wintertime. They cut down the evergreen tree because it's evergreen. It amazed them, and it was a symbol of life. And so they cut down the evergreen tree and used it as a symbol of life and as a symbol that the sun would live again. Some of them worshiped the god among their people called Saturn. And that is why they set up the festival of the Roman Saturnalia, honoring Saturn and setting up that which would be in connection with giving warmth again and energy and fire back to the sun. The white man thought in the wintertime the sun's life and light and fire and energy had gone. He didn't know that the earth was rotating and that the sun never goes out. Its fire, its light, its life never ceases, to this date at least. So he would build these fires, and that's where your Christmas lights come from today. And again, that's where the balls on the tree and the wreath on the tree and the symbol of the evergreen tree being a symbol of life comes from. Go home. Take your Christmas tree down. If you go to your relative's home, your mother's home, your grandmother's home, or any of your loved ones, don't just beat them down with the truth. Don't make them so comfortable until they hate to see you come. You have to use wisdom. You have to use tact and skill when you go into their homes. Some things you have to act like you don't even see it, and you ease the truth under them. But if you go in there cutting down a Christmas tree that's already cut down, you'll ruin a relationship with your loved ones.
You are listening to John Henry Drums.
Home of Majestic Mind Matters University.
Hello, hello, hello. I just want to remind you that we have Karamu each and every Friday night right here in Montgomery, Alabama. If you want to find out where, if you want to find out what time, all you need to do is call this number, and that is 334-399-7737. That's 334-399-77. John Henry Drums, home of the Majestic Mind Matters University.